Hi everybody, good Monday morning to you. I am Dory. I had weight loss surgery in September of 2016. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. I am a 45-year-old woman who had surgery when I was 44. I'm turning 46 in July. I have never felt better. I am at my lowest weight I have been my whole entire life. I had my surgery with a Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut. He has an office in Enfield, Hartford, and Glastonbury. So I live in Massachusetts and travel down to him because he is that good. I had no complications from surgery whatsoever. I was off pain medication at about 3 to 4 days post-op. I had a bottle of Dilaudid that they gave me for my pain meds, which I used maybe 4 or 6 of them, and then I dropped them off at our neighborhood police station to dispose of them so they wouldn't get in the wrong hands. I didn't need them. I had liquid Tylenol that I was taking. I have never had any complications, any problems, any issues since surgery. I know there are some people who do have issues. There are some people who their surgeon just wasn't qualified enough, and I'm so sorry if you guys are one of them. Also, welcome back to everybody who has been following my journey. I have been recording videos since the day I was out from surgery. I had surgery about 10:15 in the morning, and my first video I recorded at 8:30 that night, I believe. You will notice there's an extremely big difference in how I looked then and what I look like now, which is the purpose of the surgery. It is not the easy way out. It has been a long journey. Although it feels like it went by quick, it definitely has been a long journey in respect to mind games that you play with yourself, you know, body image that you see in the mirror and what it really is. I try to take a lot of pictures of myself and for comparison to keep me going on this journey, but also just because I can't even believe what I'm seeing in the mirror is actually myself. So let me start by saying my highest recorded weight was 333.5, and that was 2 years ago. I started logging in MyFitnessPal on June 6th, 2016. So my 2-year anniversary of logging every single day, everything I have eaten on MyFitnessPal just passed. My surgery weight after doing, changing my eating habits, I started doing paleo way of eating prior to surgery. So on the day of surgery, my surgery weight was 300.5. I was 2 weeks ago, I was 178.5, between that and 179.6. Last week I came to you and I was 175.0 even, which was a great loss for that week. And then today I weighed in at 171.7, which is a 3.3 pound loss for the week. I was up a little bit, a pound over the last couple days, but 171.7 has been my lowest adult weight. I am so happy. Happy dance, happy dance. I haven't been 171 since 17 years old. So anyhow, so my next goal, I set little mini goals for myself. I'm a huge number person, not number person as in mathematics, because I hate math. It is the worst subject to me ever. I don't like it. I just don't math. But I'm a huge memory, number retaining person. So license plate numbers, if I will look at license plates. If it's a friend, I'll recognize the license plate before I will the car. But anyway, so that's nor here nor there. So I just wanted to say that you know, I had different goals. I know a goal that I had was I had my first child. I am a mom of 6 kids, ranging in age from 27 to 4. Today is Victoria's 4th birthday. So I'm really, really excited for her. So when my first kind of number thing, of course, you want to be out of the 300s, and then I wanted to be out of the 200s, and then I wanted to be lower than I was when I gave birth to my son, which was, I was 18 years old back in October of 1990. And after I had him, I was 178. Was it one? Gosh, I used to know this number so good. I think it was 178, 179. I forget what it was, but I reached that goal, and no, I'm sorry, it was 197 and a half. That's what it was. It was 197 and a half is what I weighed the day I gave birth to him. And so when I went under 200, God totally set that scale perfect for me at 197.5, which I do have a picture on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, it's Dory's Journey VSG, I believe. Sorry, I'll have to link it below. But in any event, so I remember when I hit that milestone, and of course, before I got pregnant for him, I was 170. I think the lowest I saw was maybe 175 around that time. Prior to that, I really didn't pay attention to weight and all that. I do know, only because we've talked about it through the years, I was very thin as a child. I was very thin until I kind of hit puberty around that age. And then I got pregnant at 17, had my son at 18, excuse me. And prior to that, I don't even know. I know when I was 13, I weighed 76 pounds. We laugh about that to this day, when my mom will say, yeah, for one whole year, from your 13th birthday to your 14th birthday, you weighed 76 pounds. You didn't gain an ounce or lose an ounce in that year. It's just something my mother has always said to me my whole life, just kind of chuckling that, you know, when I went back for I don't even know what you call it, pediatrician appointment, well care visit, whatever it is, my yearly visit, that I weighed 76 pounds. Maybe it was when I was 12 to 13 instead of 13 to 14. And anyways, it doesn't even matter. But so anyways, so 175 was my weight that I had in mind. That would be, if I had attained that goal, I'd be so excited. And then now I just want to weigh my next goal. So I weigh 171.7. So I want to weigh 166.7. So it's a 5 pounds exactly from today. I want to weigh, that is half of my highest weight. So being 333.5, half of that is 166.7, which I'm ecstatic about. I hope the scale falls on that number. That will be fantastic. I think I can do that in the next couple weeks. Prayerfully, hopefully that will happen. So since my highest weight, I have lost 161.8 pounds, and day of surgery until now, which tomorrow is my 22nd month. So month 22 will be tomorrow, and I have lost 128.8 pounds in that 22 months, which is exciting for me. That's great. I'm a slow loser. I'm okay with that, because I think if I lost faster, my mind and my mental capability would not have caught up with myself. But I think between 8 and 10 pounds a month in the beginning, now I maybe, if I'm eating correctly and I'm not going off the journey here in the path of what a bariatric person should be eating, then I will average about 5 pounds a month, which at this point in this stage in the game, I'm totally satisfied with. So what has been going on? This weekend was an extremely busy weekend, so much so that I was at a birthday party for my friend's son yesterday afternoon, and when I was leaving, I said to her, okay, I'll see you at church tomorrow morning. Well, yesterday was church. We had already went to church. we went through the whole thing. I came home. I had I had to bring my 10-year-old to her first preteen event. She went there. I went shopping for the gift for my friend's son. I went and picked her up. Like, I did all these errands after church, and then I go to the birthday party and I say to her, I'll see you tomorrow at church. That just shows you how, like, just, I don't know. I was tired. I think I was tired. So by yesterday afternoon, it felt like Saturday and Sunday was smushed into one day, and I was hoping I had another day left before Monday came, but alas, here I am with all the rest of you guys hoping it wasn't Monday, right? So yeah, so it was good. She had the birthday party. I've been still doing the intermittent fasting. I've really been doing my kind of keto adaptation, which is yeah, I'm making sure I'm getting my fat. I'm making sure I'm keeping the carbs on a low side. I'm really only trying to have the complex carbs and not simple carbs, bread and stuff. I only have, maybe every couple days I'll have a slice of cinnamon raisin whole wheat bread that Pepperidge Farm just made. The dietitian had suggested that one, and I have a half of a tablespoon of peanut butter on it. And I usually have that with an Oikos 000 yogurt for the extra protein, and I'll have a few raspberries, like 10 raspberries on the side. That has kind of been my go-to early day snack or meal or whatever. But I am still doing the intermittent fasting. I go 18 to 20 hours before I will break my fast with food. I do sometimes have a coffee in the morning with heavy cream, 4 tablespoons of heavy cream, and I know technically that breaks my fast, but in my mind it doesn't break the fast because it's not a whole food, you know, solid food. And so that's been working for me. I'm dropping the weight. I know within the last 2 weeks I went from 179.6 to 171.7, so it's almost an 8-pound drop. So yeah, so that's that. I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I'm not really, I know Wednesday I'm going to do a food haul for you guys. I'm going to be going to Trader Joe's. I may go to Aldi. I may go to a store called Price Right that we have here. I may go to Costco. I'm not actually quite sure what I'm going to do outside of Trader Joe's. I'm definitely going to do Trader Joe's though, because that's where I get my no nitrate bacon and hot dogs, if I have them, sausage, brats. I get, from there I get the fresh eggs, I get nuts, I get my, my 3 net carb tortillas. I'm trying to think what else I get from there. I get some fruits and veggies. I used to get things that I definitely stopped getting months and months ago, probably 6 months ago, because it was really hindering my weight loss. They have something called cookie butter there, and it comes in a jar like peanut butter, and it looks like, it's like the inside of a really delicious cookie, the cream part, and it's just phenomenal, and I absolutely am a fanatic over it, and so I had to stop buying it because it was definitely hindering my weight loss. Just knowing it was in the cabinet, I would go in there and get scoops and scoops and scoops all day long. A couple of my kids started liking it, and my 4-year-old is in the 89th percentile for her weight and height, whereas all my 5 other children never even made it on the chart. They have always been thin, so I just kind of have to keep an eye out for my last child to make sure that she's not going to make bad choices and that I'm not teaching her bad things. So I stopped making that. And I'm trying to think what else. I'm totally excited for Cookie Lou, Amber from Lou's and Lou, and Kristen. I'm so excited. They're all still in Monterrey, Mexico, and they had skin surgery ranging from their arms to their breasts to a full body. Sorry about that. I had to grab a phone call came through. I've been having these crazy people call me trying to sell this or sell that, and I had blocked like 30 numbers of people who call and they're trying to sell me something, or they pretend they're the IRS and I'm in big trouble and the police are coming to my door and I better send them money and yada yada. Anyhow, let's get back to, one of the women had a full body lift. So it's so exciting. I know that'll be my next doctor's appointment. I go for my 2-year post-op in September, and then I'm going to go see a plastic surgeon. I would absolutely love to be able to pay out of pocket and go to Monterey and go to Dr. Saceda. For sure, he seems like he really knows what he's doing. He does amazing work. I followed Joni from Smilin' Shrinkin', and she went down to Monterey with Kristen. Kristen went to translate for her. That's really not 100% needed. There are people there who speak English. There are people who speak broken English, and you can understand each other just fine. And of course, Dr. Saceda and his wife work hand in hand with each other, and they also are able to, you know, interpret or understand normal English anyway. So, but I would definitely love to go there. If I could choose my surgeon and pay out of pocket, I would do that. So if there's anybody out there looking into skin surgery, or you're looking into having weight loss surgery and you know that you're gonna need skin surgery, and you don't have insurance, or you have insurance but you rather go to Mexico because you could afford it, that's fine too. But that would be my choice. But I've been watching these women, and it's so exciting to see the results. It's so exciting to see the extra skin that they don't need to have on their bodies, and their movements get easier, and they're able to fit into a whole bunch of different clothes. So that's exciting. I'm excited for Cookie to see. I just love her. She reminds me of, I think it's Rose from the Golden Girls, the really small, tiny lady. I love her. She is so funny. Maybe it's not Rose. I gotta think of what her name is. It's gonna bother me now. Anyway, so her name is Lucille, and she reminds me of the little Golden Girl lady, and I just love her. I love her smile, and I love that she's like 75 years old, but she doesn't act like she's this elderly woman who needs a cane, who sits in the corner, rocks and sews and does nothing. Like my mom is actually, now I love my mother, but my mother has not taken care of herself. She's always put people before her. And my mother is 70. She just turned 70, and she looks like she's like 95 and ready for the grave. And you know, we joke about it together, but she definitely, you know, she just does not take care of herself. She doesn't take pictures and all this stuff. But in any event, I love to hear from Cookie when she does her videos, and she's very in-depth, and she likes to talk like I do. And Losing Lou, she is definitely a fun spirit. That's Amber, and she had the full body lift, and I can't wait to see the results. And I know it's so much easier once the drains come out. Kristen, she had her arms done, and she had some work on her chest, and I'm really excited, you guys. If you guys, any of you guys are watching, I'm so excited. I'm one of the fans that are sitting here hoping that one day we're gonna meet each other in person at, you know, WLSFA. I know my husband is going to Laughlin Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, and so I may, when I go down there for graduation, probably around the beginning of December or so, I will hopefully get to meet Kristen. It'll be really fun. And then also, my husband will be going to tech school, and it's at Shepherd Air Force Base, so I'm not sure who that's close to, but I know that's a part of Texas that maybe somebody else lives in, or we can meet up. So, but yeah, that's about it for now for my my week. I think I'm up to 90. I think today's week 90. Of course, tomorrow, as I mentioned, is month 22. I'm gonna come back at you with a video tomorrow, just kind of reminiscing over the last 22 months, what each month I kind of went through. I know you guys can always look down below. You're gonna see that I have videos from when I first began to now. I have videos that include Stitch Fix unboxing. I have food hauls. I have venting. I have times within my journey. I know at 3 weeks I had stalled. I had felt like a failure. I felt like I wasn't doing this correctly. At that point, I had not lost a lot of weight at all. But I can tell you that if you guys are beginning the journey or you're in the journey, please just trust it. Trust your surgeon's office. Trust yourself. It's going to come off. The weight is going to come off if you put the effort in. The surgery is not a cure-all. It is not a surgery that you can just do and say, okay, I had weight loss surgery. I'm going to be skinny in a year and I'll be great. That's not how it works at all. Please, if you're pre-op, please do your homework. Please look into a great surgeon, a great surgeon's office. Take your vitamins. Take the things that they tell you to. Do it. Listen to the nutritionist, the dietitian. See what works for your body and do that. And above all, just know that you guys can do it. Everybody who's watching, whether you've been around the weight loss community years, months, weeks, days, today, if today's the first video that you are watching, I hope that somehow I've encouraged your journey, somehow I've helped you in some small, minuscule way. And just know that you can do it. We have it in us to be able to go great places and to do great things and to be kind to people and to love one another and just be a support system. And until next time, have a good day.